one, go!
Hey there, my name's Taylor and this is the DFW Summer Series Race 6. This is a cross-country mountain bike race and I'm in the men's beginner category. So here at the start, the past couple times I missed a clip-in. This time I switched to my road pedals, they're the speed plays. So I have the power meter, which I also don't normally have. But I got the clip-in and I was able to rocket off the start there at like 1,000 watts. I actually set my second best power output for 5 seconds there at the start. Also during this race, the series leader, who has come in first for every race prior to this one, was not here. So I thought, hey, this is my opportunity to get in first place and stay in first place. So I tried to rocket off the start and be the first into this corner through the whole shot, and I was. So felt good about that, and feeling good about my chances in this race of getting on the podium. This is also our normal course, so we did a different one last week, but this is the normal course in the counterclockwise direction, so we're going to be turning right here, and yeah, we're off to the races. So yeah, I'm looking to podium in this race and feeling good. You can kind of tell, but it's like a little bit cloudy, which made the temperature go way down and just made everything feel so much better, so I was very glad to have that cloud cover during the race. I managed to stay in first through this first infield section, but as we come out of it and go up this hill over the road into the wooded single track, the two guys behind me are just blasting up this hill to get around me. This guy on my left, Derek, manages to get around, and I think that's Chris still behind me. So they were chasing me through the infield section and they managed to beat me up the hill, so kudos to Derek there. And now my goal is to stay on Derek's wheel and not let him get away. You can't really tell there, but I almost crashed out on that corner. We're actually going to cut to a different camera angle of that. So here's that same corner. I'm in the second in the yellow, and you watch my front suspension just almost slide out there. Front suspension eats it up, and I keep it upright. This is an intermediate rider in front of me, and you can just barely see Derek up ahead, so I'm looking to get around this rider and not be stuck behind him for too long. Fortunately, there's an opportunity to here in the infield, so I get around him and don't lose much time, and I have managed to stay not too far behind Derek, and again, I'm just trying to stick to his wheel and not let him out of my sights. Also, I can't see Chris in the rear cam anymore, so I think we dropped him somewhere in the single track section. Maybe he's back there, I don't know. Got a few seconds on him at least. I managed to catch up to Derek in this infield section and get around him. I am redlining though. I'm at like 176. My max heart rate's probably in low 180s, so I am chugging to get around him. And we're coming up on a tricky corners now, so I'm just trying to make sure not to crash out. My brother and I actually practiced this corner several times before the race, and it's kind of hard to tell on the video, but it's been super dry. The course is really like sandy and there's loose dirt, so a couple weeks ago everything was great. This week, I really got to be careful going around these corners. A couple minutes later, you can see Derek coming up behind me, and he just storms past me on this uphill. So at this point, we've been leapfrogging each other a couple times, and I'm thinking, okay, he keeps passing me on the uphills. So if I get the opportunity to get in front of him again, I need to really put the hammer down on the uphills to make sure that he doesn't get around me there. But yeah, kudos to him for passing me twice on an uphill. That's hard work. He almost runs into that tree there, but keeps it upright, doesn't hit the tree. Nice, he must be really chugging at this point too. As we go into the start-finish of the end of the first lap, I see him go for a drink, and I think, okay, this is an opportunity for me to pass, but also I want a drink too, so I like kind of go around him and get a drink at the same time and try to put the bottle back before having to navigate through this corner. So I felt kind of bad about going around him here. Hopefully there's no hard feelings, but I do manage to get in front and then stay in front even through this part. So it kind of worked out, but again, I feel a little icky about going around while he's drinking on the start-finish. Here's where Derek passed me on the first lap, but this time around, I know that he can beat me on the hills, so I really try hard to push through this to not let him around me, and it works. So I managed to not let him get around me here, stay in first place, going back through this corner again. Unfortunately, I don't have the footage from the sidelines of going through this corner the second time. The camera died in between the first and second laps, but I don't nearly crash this time, so it's much less exciting. Right now, I think that Derek is right behind me, but he's not, and so I push too hard through this corner, slide out on some loose dirt, crash. I was totally fine, just a little scraped up, but I'm good. Derek and somebody else go past me here, and I take a little longer than I would like to get going again. I should have like run next to the bike and done, you know, a cyclocross start, jump on it, and then start pedaling. But anyway, I wasn't hurt, just a little beat up, and this made me gun shy going through corners the rest of the course. But I knew that those two guys went around me, so I was in third place, and I knew this guy was right behind me. So I want to get on that podium. I got to push. I got to recover from this crash and try to, catch back up to Derek and stay on the podium, not let this guy behind me get past. Unfortunately, I'm just a little too shook up and a little too much redlining earlier in the race, so this rider easily goes around me on the infield section, and I am now in fourth place off the podium, and I'm thinking, there's still a fair chunk of the race left, but chances are my odds of getting on the podium are basically none. I wasted maybe 10 or 15 seconds crashing and getting back on the bike and getting going again, so that's a pretty big gap to close on just this part of the course, and I just got passed, so not looking good for me anyway. So anyway, I'm just going to try to keep it upright on the rest of the corners through this and finish out strong in hopefully fourth place. Nothing too interesting happened for the rest of the race, and I do get across the finish line in fourth. I was looking for the podium, maybe even first place this race, but didn't get it due to the crash. Kudos to Derek, and I think Jaden, the rider who passed me, ended up getting first, so kudos to him. And I don't know the name of the rider who got second or third, but anyway, I had a great time out here today, really enjoyed the clouds, and looking forward to doing this again next week. See ya.